Good morning, everyone. I'm back. My cycle of periodic bad sleep schedules has hit another point of bad sleep schedules. So, figured what better medicine than to talk to no one on the internet. Um, but yeah. I don't know. I've been in a weird headspace lately. I haven't really been thinking straight, and it's more. Um, I mean, part of that's just from not being asleep, but I'm sure it's kind of a cyclic problem. It's not being able to think straight, stopping me from getting to sleep, and then not being able to sleep, and it just keeps going. I've been, I don't know, like the past few weeks, I've been really productive in terms of my creative projects. Um, it's been weird because it's like I can't get my priorities straight. I will have I'll have work to do. I'll have like schoolwork and stuff, and I just can't get myself to do it. And then I'll get distracted, like just playing guitar for an hour or something like that. And the thing is, like, in most cases, that kind of behavior, just like sitting and doing something creative for a little bit, is something that I would be desiring. But if it's getting in the way of my work that I'm actually being paid for, then I need to prioritize accordingly. Um, I don't know. I've been pretty active lately, though, so I mean that's nice. I'm physically in a good place. Um, it's just trying to get to sleep. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to put sentences together. It's pretty early. I got to sleep at like 2:30, maybe 3. I don't even know why I stayed up. I have been like editing the clips of the stream from the um, Starlight Flower campaign and uploading them to YouTube with schedule, and I'm like several days ahead of schedule, and I still have been insisting on like editing at least one a day, and so I'm out of footage now, which is fine. Solves the problem, I guess, in one way or another. But like I totally could be going to sleep and then doing that in the morning. Yeah, I'll sit down at like 10 o'clock and be like, oh, I just edited a video together. When 10 o'clock is when I should be going to sleep. I don't see why I can't get that across my head. I'm supposed to run this morning with Dan, but I think he was up as late as I was. Um, so we'll see if that happens. But I'm awake, hence the video, at least for the moment. Um, yeah. It's kind of weird because it's like the whole social distancing thing. Like, I don't really like feel lonely or anything. It's more like I guess it's probably like cabin fever, but I don't know. Just like slowly gets harder and harder to focus on things, and then that can kind of spiral out of hand. Um, like losing track of time, always wanting to sleep. That's the big one. That's the weird thing. Is like I always want to sleep unless I'm supposed to. And then my body's just like, oh, we got stuff to do. What are you doing? And that just screws up my whole schedule. I've been in a cycle of waking up um, to my alarm. Good morning, Chelsea. Nice to see you this early in the morning. Yeah, I've been in this cycle of waking up to my alarm, and then I'll eat breakfast, watch like an episode of some anime, and then just pass back out. And I'll pass back out until like noon, which I wake up pissed off because I just wasted the entire morning. And then I usually forget to turn my fan back on, so I wake up in a pool of sweat. It just, it's not a great experience. The other day I started writing a song because I had some inspiration for it with like some chord progressions and stuff. And I technically, like, I finished it, but I don't think I like it. There's aspects of it that I like, but and I guess it served the purpose that I was trying to do, which was to explore some like um I've been trying to learn a lot of music theory and like how chord progressions should naturally flow in a way that's pleasant to the ear. Um, so I've been applying that, and I wanted to try and make a song where I was applying something like that, um, as opposed to being like, oh, I'm gonna play a C chord and then a G chord and then an A chord or something like that. I wanted to be like, no, I'm gonna play this chord and I'm going to this chord, so what chords do I need to put in between to get there, or what picking pattern or across those chords is gonna bridge the gap, because I think that's something that a lot of music, even professionally, ignores, is that, and maybe it's kind of just like a jazz thing, to always bridge the gap from one set of notes to the other, um, but I wanted to see if it was something that I could apply, having knowledge of what chords sound and like pull from one chord to another. Um, but I don't know if that song will ever be polished. I think I kind of dropped the ball on the words, the lyrics part. the The concept of it was like um, it was supposed to actually be really simple in the beginning, and then get more and more complex. So like the simple part is fine because I can write simple lyrics. And then I was getting to the complex parts, and I started stretching. Like I wanted it to be more and more metaphorical, but then, um, I I don't know. I think I need to pay more attention to like where the actual syllables lie, as opposed to just trying to pick something that fits the meaning. And even then, I was kind of forcing the meaning. It should just flow naturally. Um, I have that one song, Audiology, that I have up on my YouTube channel, and I really, I don't know, I didn't spend all that much time. I think that was like a late night inspiration. I got to write this down kind of thing, but I really like the lyrics in that song. The way that they play it. Like some things I have to like force out, um, but for the most part, all those lyrics kind of fit well in the groove of the song. Um, and not only that, they're all very like meaningful without being like this is the meaning in your face. Not something I don't usually get. Um, but I don't know. I'm happy that I tried to write the song. We'll see if I give it another shot or play around with it more. Because the melody in my head is starting to get annoying. But I I think I want to try and get myself to keep like just writing songs, even if I feel like in the start they're shit, because I'm not gonna get better unless I actually try to write the songs. If I just get discouraged and assume that the songs that I'm writing are going to be garbage and don't write them, then they're always going to be garbage. So I can't expect to have perfection on the first time. And I also need to spend more time on those kind of things and just take it slow. That's never really how I've approached music before, though. I've always like learned a song and been like, yeah, I got it. Let's record it like day of. Um, and I'm at a point where I can do that, but it doesn't sound as good as it would if I, gave it a couple months. That's why a lot of the I was that's why I was really happy with a lot of the videos that I put out recently, like a few weeks ago, because those were songs that I had stockpiled that I hadn't thought about recording. And then I was like, hey, let's record some more music. So I recorded a bunch of songs that I felt confident in, and all of a sudden I have all these videos of me like actually playing the songs decently and um, not stumbling over. It also helps that I recorded it offline. I used to record all my covers live, which, like, looking back at that practice, it just seems so stupid. But I was so headstrong about having all of my content be live, which I guess if that's the gimmick, then I did it. Really paid off. Um, I've always had this thought process that like I want to do everything. And, like I don't like specializing. I don't like just like picking a job or picking one hobby and sticking with it. Like I want options. I want to be able to do everything. And so I've always kind of I don't know, it kind of makes me hesitant to make big investments on one individual thing, which can lead to a lot of watered down production, or just or even to the point where like sometimes I'll have to decide between a few things and then I just won't do either of them or any of them. um, because I keep trying to decide. Well, I just keep going back and forth, or not even, like, I'll just stop thinking about it. I just don't want. I'd rather not think about what not think about the random things that I'm considering as options than to actually do any of them. Are you struggling with that too, Chelsea? I don't know what the answer is that. I guess if I knew the answer, I'd probably do it, but maybe I'd be indecisive about applying it. But yeah, it's been weird. I have this kind of back and forth with myself too, because I really like being, like, having my alone time. So I've kind of been enjoying the quarantine and stuff, but at the same time, like, there isn't much to do that isn't just having my eyes stare at a light. And um, I yeah, I mean, I'm obviously doing that right now. I'm looking at the screen and stuff, but um, this at least seems cathartic. Uh, but then it's been a strange cycle of things, because I'll stare at screens all I want for my artistic passions. Then when it comes to my responsibilities, all of a sudden my eyes hurt. So that's convenient. I probably need to get my eyes, like, actually medically checked, because I think I need, like, prescription eye drops or something. They've been super dry recently. But obviously that's something that's taking a back seat right now, because going to the doctor doesn't seem like a fun idea. I haven't been drinking orange juice the past few days, because for whatever reason my mouth feels like it's over acidic or something. I don't know. I think it feels like my teeth have been kind of weak, but I just felt like having it again today. Not that I think the problem is gone. I don't even know how to fix that. I just, because it seems like everything that I eat is acidic, and I can't really get around that. But I don't know. We'll see if it gets worse, and then I might have to actually talk to somebody about it. Everything's in limbo right now. It's been weird. I've said that exact sentence way too much on this. But it's been a strange process of deciding where I'm at with, like, how this pandemic's been handled. Because I don't know. I think I would thoroughly like to be able to do stuff again. But at the same time, even if it opens, I feel like I'm gonna be hesitant to go do stuff because I don't think that in all reality it's time to just start going back to normal exactly. Like obviously I'm open to easing back into things, and if it gets worse then obviously we should quarantine again. But I don't know. I feel like whatever pace they take for opening things back up, I'm gonna go slower. Just because that's kind of the mindset I have, and I think that's the way to make sure things go slow, is to not have everybody show up to wherever they're going. Um, but it's kind of annoying because it's like I know I'm sitting here kind of craving um, to do something, and I know for a fact that it's gonna be like a month and a half out, if not more, and that kind of just like slowly eats at me. But I'll get by. I've got friends. I don't know what to do today. I did almost all my stuff that I can do yesterday, looking for sound and lighting equipment. Um, yeah, I'm not sure what you could do today. Maybe you could watch some dance videos and then teach me what you learn the next time that we hang out. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. You're gonna sleep? Or I'm gonna sleep? The whole point of this stream right here is to point out that I haven't been sleeping. So, I mean, if you're gonna do it, then if you need it, it's fine. I'm gonna be productive. What am I gonna do? Well, then don't go to sleep. Well, I have finished my sandwich. And I have finished my orange juice. So that usually means it's time to turn the stream off. According to Chelsea, I'll be productive today, so maybe that will include streaming something later, but I don't know. I might take a break from staring at stuff. I do need to clean a few things, so I might do some chores, as you are suggesting, and I'm planning to go for a run, assuming that Dan will. Okay, well, if Dan doesn't wake up for the run, I'm gonna run in the complex. But if he does, then we're gonna go run around the lake. So it's either way, but I will run. Thanks for watching, and if my cycle of not being able to sleep persists, you will see me in the near future. Goodbye.